If you're retired or thinking about retirement, you might be surprised by what I have to say. Christmas doesn't just change when your kids grow up. It changes again when your work disappears. There's no more office parties, no more lunch hour running around doing errands, no decorating a work cubicle before you decorate your home. And no one really talks about what that does to you. So today, let's talk about how Christmas changed for me after retirement and what it's taught me about slowing down, identity, and reinventing life after 60. Christmas has marked time for most my adult life, not by candles and carols, but by calendars and deadlines and office traditions. For decades, December wasn't just a season. It was a performance I had to juggle alongside my job. And then I retired, and suddenly Christmas belonged entirely to me. For most of my working life, Christmas happened around my job. Work didn't pause for December. December squeezed itself into the cracks of my workday. There were Christmas parties, some fun, some awkward, and some exhausting. Potlucks with sign-up sheets taped to the lunchroom wall, and the Secret Santas. Those exchanges that required the mental energy I honestly didn't really have. And then there were the theme days. Ugly Sweater Day, Festive Sock Day, Red and Green Day. Even if you didn't feel festive, you showed up and played along. I didn't enjoy Christmas shopping when I was working. I managed it. I ran errands over my lunch hour for weeks, picking up wrapping paper, tape, gift cards, stocking stuffers, you name it. And always checking the time. Always calculating whether I would make it back to my desk before the hour was up. Christmas wasn't magical, it was logistical. I remember standing in line thinking, why does this feel like another task instead of a celebration? There were many years I would honestly decorate my office way before my own home. The cubicle had lights, the fake little tree, the decorating the office door in hopes of winning the tray of dried out baking. And then I would come home tired, drained, and the tree still wasn't up. I gave my best December energy to work and whatever was left to my actual life and family. That's what they got. At the time, I felt it was normal. Now I think it's backwards. There was an unspoken rule at work during December. You had to be cheerful, even if you were tired, even if life was heavy, even if you were quietly struggling. Christmas at work didn't allow much honesty. It required smiles, participation, and a certain kind of enthusiasm. Looking back, that emotional labor was exhausting. Then retirement happened, and suddenly, no more work parties, no potlucks, no Secret Santa emails, no more calendar reminders to wear festive attire. And at first, it felt strange, like December arrived without instructions. Retirement brought a quieter Christmas. No rushing out the door in the dark, no end of year deadlines, no just push through until the holidays. Mornings slowed down, evenings softened, and that's when I realized something. I had never really experienced December without pressure before. Now when I decorate, it's because I want to. The tree goes up when it feels right for our family, not because it's December 1st, and not because coworkers are already posting their photos of their Christmas tree. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late, and that freedom is deeply comforting. Shopping looks completely different now too. I don't cram it into my lunch hours. I don't panic buy. Sometimes I browse slowly. Sometimes I order online. And sometimes I decide not to buy anything at all. There's no urgency shouting at me anymore. Christmas stopped being something I had to manage. I won't pretend that Christmas is perfect. There are things that I miss. I miss the casual laughs in the lunchroom, the shared sense of we're all counting down together. The structure. Work gave December a kind of rhythm. And when that disappears, you kind of notice the silence. Here's the part that no one really warns you about. The quieter Christmas means you feel more nostalgia, more reflection, and sometimes more loneliness. Without the noise of work, you're left with yourself. And that can be uncomfortable sometimes, but also honest. This is where reinventing life at 60 really shows up. Christmas no longer tells me who I need to be. I don't have to perform joy. I don't have to follow a script. If I'm tired, I rest. And I have been resting a lot lately. If I want simplicity, I choose it. If I want tradition, I can bring that back, all on my terms. The biggest difference, my energy starts at home now, not at work, not in a cubicle, not for appearances. It starts with my morning coffee, my peace, and my space. And whatever's left goes outwards, and that feels right. This version of Christmas is quieter, but truer. It's less about obligation and more about presence. Less about doing and more about being. It took retirement for me to understand that. Christmas didn't disappear when I retired. It changed shape. It softened and it slowed and it came home. And maybe that's what this season was always meant to do. If you're retired and noticing that Christmas feels different now, you're not imagining it. And if you're still working and feeling exhausted every December, just know this. There is another way to experience the season. This is what reinvention looks like. Not loud, not dramatic, but quietly choosing yourself. Thanks for being here, and I'd love to hear, how has Christmas changed for you? Wishing you peace and love this season. See you on the next one.